feel like it took me until 2 days ago to creep out of the depression that fell over me on election day. When I found out Kamala got nominated, I knew she probably couldn't win. I'm a black woman living in this country, and I know what it feels like. I know this country isn't there. I know what it feels like to be making the most sense of the room and still be ignored. I know what it feels like to constantly be put in a position to slay dragons while the better educated, more qualified, more tactful, better paid folks hide under their desks. I know what it feels like to have dear friends who believe in you and cheer you on from the quiet of the late night conversations, DMs, and mid morning text messages, but won't stand for you out loud amongst their peers or family members or administration. I know what it feels like for there always to be an excuse as to why you can't speak up as a black, queer, woman, mother, advocate, educator who already carries the label of angry and cannot, even when our lives are on the line, even when the work is on the line, even when our resolve is tested and there is no option to not say a thing. I think the pain was intensified because in each of our own ways, in each of our own lives, we are Kamala Harris every day. I think this country performed exactly as it was designed to be. We worship wealthy and celebrity. We don't, as a rule, care about our neighbors. We as a people are not taught to be critical thinkers. Brown and black people are consistently considered as less than. Brown people cherish their proximity to whiteness, as imagined as it may be, and white women are dangerous to each other and all of us. What will I say? What I will say is, I saw the campaign materializing. I saw teaching classes about how to be better allies to black women because many white women were excited and entranced by the Taylor Swift of it. And like most workplace situations, were ready to plow forward full speed ahead with no regard who they run over or who had already been doing the work. When they believe in a thing, they're energized until they're not. What did surprise me though is those classes, and very much after the election, was a deep need to look good but not necessarily be good. The deep desire to be liked by their peers, accepted by their family, favored at work, and secret squirrel blue bracelet signal to us that they were safe. But you aren't safe, Linda, because they teach us girls very early that if we have to keep a secret, it's probably not a good thing. I knew Florida was going red when I could read through hundreds of posts and whatever for Kamala groups. They talked about being afraid to put Kamala stuff in their yards, only posting in the group where it was safe. I knew it was curtains. We aren't safe ever. And because people are too afraid to take a stand, we are less safe than ever. That trans kid in the bathroom, that immigrant family next door, every black boy outside, that queer family and their loved and adopted children, every single woman in this country, me, you, your daughter. Thanks to your cowardice and fear of not being invited to the cool Magna Moms table at the PTA, none of us are safe. I spent most of the last 2 weeks trying to figure out if I should leave the life I built in the city my children love and what is now home and run back to New York where I might be slightly better protected by legislation and may possibly be able to retain health insurance longer and maybe my life may be a little more vocal LGBTQA plus activist. I'll be more protected. But the truth is, there's no sanctuary state. There is nowhere we know that will be safe anymore. And there never really was. A lot of the days, I feel like I'm living a quote. I could free so many more slaves if they only knew they were. Harriet Tubman didn't really say it, but I understand the sentiment. I find myself not pessimistic, but optimistic. I won't believe that there is no hope, But I do believe that this country will be pushed to the outer limits of collapse before they fully understand that something must change. In life, we get options, and the best choice first and progressively worse and worse. You can make it hard for yourself, you can make it easy. We have chosen hard over the uncomfortability of progress. I just hope we survive long enough to see the pendulum swing in the other direction. And until then, we fight. I have babies out here, my kids, and the community kids, and so there is no choice. I will always choose dying on my feet over living on my knees, in hopes that my kids and eventually grandkids won't have to make the same choice in the next generation. Tamara Lee.